presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. Hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner, and beside me is my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. We're in the state of California, set to kick off the round here at the challenging PGA West course. Par 72 setting up as a demanding challenge to any golfer stepping on this course, especially, Frank, when it comes down to the 17th hole. They call it Alcatraz.
Well, as we know, hardly anybody gets out of Alcatraz. You want to throw a little nugget in? In 2000, Joe Daly looked like he was going to get his tour card, hit a putt from 3 foot, hit the liner, bounce back out. A lot of things can happen on 17.
Now down to the first, about 445 yards, par 4.
When you first look at this opening tee shot, Rich, it looks like you just hit a nice gentle draw off that right bunker. But the general contours of this terrain here does kick that ball a little left.
Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next.
That's fine.
And Jordan Spieth won the John Deere Classic in 2013 at age 19. Get this, he became the first teenager to win on tour in more than 80 years.
Amazing. And also to qualify on his own for the Ryder Cup, to be the second youngest of all time to do that.
And he was the youngest American to play the Ryder Cup since 1929. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Jordan Spieth now on the approach shot.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
It's Spieth now for par. Boy, he looked like Ben Crenshaw right there. That was smooth and easy, right in the heart. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Even par early on. Teed up here at the second hole, Frank. This is a short par 4, measuring about 370 yards.
While it mightn't have the yardage, it's certainly made up in strategy by all the bunkering down here, Rich. And it's really two bunkers that you've got to, or two complexes that you've really got to worry about. One down the left, you see, is about 285 yards to carry, and then that next crop comes in just about 300 yards. So you've got to decide whether to go over the bunker on the left and short of the other one, or even lay up to the right, perhaps short. And that's where you realize this is very much a two-shot hole, and play it that way. This is way left going left.
And that one's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee. Should be safely on deck.
How about that shot right there from that lie in the rough to not get that close? That's good. Second shot now for Ricky Fowler.
It's no snack, though.
Wow, what a putt. That is huge. From about 8 feet. In the hole, and that'll bring the score to 1 under. Frank, 100 yards longer than the second hole. The third, 471 yards. What do you think of this hole?
This is totally different to the previous hole. Driver should come out of the bag here, and if you can take that first bunker out of play, which is around that 285, 290 yard mark, you can start to shorten this hole up a little bit. And, well, the longest hitters, they still might even get a short iron in hand. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Frank, what's the best way to get at this hole location here at number 3?
If there's a desired shot pattern, it's a little draw off the tee and a little draw in. And the reason why, if you look at the shape of that green, it's on a 45-degree angle to the left, so it really does suit a shot coming in from the right.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Here we go. This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. Might be. Could be. This one looks good. Might like it. Oh, they're going to love it. What a putt. Well, this would put a charge into the gallery. Birdie try for Ricky Fowler. So 2 under early on. Frank, here's a case at the 4th hole, this par 3 of Pete Dye kind of messing with a player's mind. Just how does he do it?
Well, there's a straight line between that tee and the flag. That's the obvious thing. But if you follow the look of the hole down there, it's just the shaping of the bunkers, the little curving of the edges there that just take that mind's eye away, almost making it look like there's a little bit of a dog leg in a straight hole. Very clever.
And it makes the green in regulation. From 200 yards away. Frank, can you recall a situation where before an important round, an instructor one small tweak, maybe flare your left toe out, or just shift a little bit of the weight onto the back foot, or the instructor gave you that one small bit of advice and it made a huge difference?
Yeah, the list is too long, Rich, and it's normally just trusted over the years, and we all make just little bad habits. Sometimes you're stooped over a little bit more than normal. You're not standing tall enough. The ball is too far back in your stance or too far forward. You're making a funny little move, or your grip is different. It's always the little things that add up to the big problem.
How did that stay out, Frank?
Did everything but go in.
You don't want this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. So, Frank, what do you think of the start so far?
Rock solid. Very impressed.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there. Frank, what'd you say at the top? Die on the left, die on the right. Is this what you were talking about?
Exactly, yeah. The fifth hole, double trouble. So yeah, there's chances for grief on both sides of this fairway. But if you're long enough, if you can just sneak it past 335, that's where the water runs out. This is reachable.
So if you do sneak it out there, and that would be the longer hitters, you might have what into this green?
Well, you can get home hybrid, maybe even something shorter. But remember, it's called double trouble. Avoid that. Maybe double eagle.
Second from an excellent lie. Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. Frank, for a long time, the stadium course at PGA West was thought to be too difficult for the professionals. How'd that happen?
It wasn't really unusual. A lot of Pete Dye courses, when they first came out, with the wooden bulkheads, so visually intimidating. It was such a departure from traditional golf design that players, they weren't very receptive to it. They thought it was pushing, and yet now we look some 20, 30 years later, Pete Dye is going to go down with the Mackenzies, the Donald Rosses, the C.B. McDonalds as one of the most innovative and one of the great architects that actually changed the direction that the game's gone.
Back in the late 1980s, the Tour Pros actually refused to go back to the stadium course. They signed a petition to get it removed as one of the host courses, a ban that effectively ran until 2015. But now the Career Builder Challenge will return to the rotation in 2016. Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. On the way. Well, that just brings a smile to your face, puts a little pep in the step when you make them from downtown. Getting set now over the putt. Putting a good round together now at 4 under. Frank, a long par 3 here at the 6th, 255 yards. Club selection obviously is crucial.
Yeah, and length is important here. Something that can fly high and land soft is obviously going to make that green play a little bit bigger. If you get a breeze off the right or left to right into, this hole becomes very challenging. This one's going left, Rich.
Not knocking down the flagstick here, but looks as though it will find the green. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
This is a putt for birdie from long range. Probably would be happy to get down in 2. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Spieth settles in over his birdie putt.
We often say, Rich, you should always try and make it. I got to disagree with that. Lag putting, it's just about taking the strain off the next one. There's always to be played.
And from that distance, you settle for 2 putts. Keeps the momentum going with that putt. Stays at 3 under. Par attempt here. Good par. We're at the 7th now, 346 yards with plenty of water on that right side. How do you handle this one, Frank?
You've got to pick a target there. A lot of people think when they're laying up off the tee, and that's exactly what this hole is. You just blaze away at something down the left side. But if you're going to pick a tree, don't just pick the tree. Pick a branch or a leaf. Be more specific.
Frank, we've all been there. You hit one in the water, you're down. How do you regroup?
You've got to start from scratch again. Everybody's going to hit bad shots. That's just the nature of the game. But compounding mistakes, that's the problem that you want to avoid.
So hit the previous shot in the water, took a drop, and he went for the brief swim there, Frank. He's trying to stay dry now.
He is, just trying to avoid water on the brain as well. This will take a good swing.
3rd shot now, after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there. Well, that was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Frank, no reason here to think we're going to see anything other than another good shot.
Yeah, in a great flow, and golf like this, the hook's easy.
You can't hide the from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Frank, that was a pretty tough lie out of the rough there.
Yeah, it made that actually a little easier than what it really is. It would have been too easy to try and bite off more than you can chew. So give him a pat on the back for that.
Back in the fairway. -3 now for the round. So they'll tap in. And with that, 1 under par. Well, Frank, here at the par 5 8th, 559 yards. Looks as though the player's getting a break from the water, but there is some trouble out there.
Yeah, there certainly is bunkering both on the left and the right. Once again, though, par 5s are always an opportunity for the longer hitter. Even if you stray a little offline, then it just becomes a 3-shotter like it is for everybody else.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
Ooh, looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Frank, as we get set for this approach, what does our featured player need to do to regain some of that early round magic?
First, a bit of advice, really. Take a deep breath. Make sure all those bad thoughts get out of your mind. After that hot start, we all know they can play better than this, but they need to relax first of all, and then let their game take over again.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. Headed for the bunker? A bit unfortunate in the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker play's like.
Frank, in golf, as we know, there's short grass and there's long grass. We all want to be in that short grass, but it doesn't always work out that way. So what's the most important element from the shot, from the rough?
You have to be a little bit more conservative first and foremost, because you can't guarantee a perfect strike out of the long grass. So therefore you have to look around the greens, maybe short, to the right, to the left, and realize what's involved. And also just give yourself a slightly bigger target.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Settles in over the putt. Drops the putt to go to 2 under. See if Spieth can knock this in for his par. Good roll, solid. That's a par. Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 ninth, 452 yards, I hear players like you often say, I'm going to take it on. What do you mean by that, and how does it apply to this particular tee shot?
Well, you have options, obviously. One is to hit it down that right side, which is your best shot. The easy way is obviously to bail it out down the left side, but then you're almost giving into the hole, like you're accepting you're going to make bogey if you're lucky. So in the end, you're forced to go back to option A, which is actually to challenge the best shot you have, which is down the right side.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Frank, just a slight miss off the tees in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
His second shot. Will make birdie if he holds this putt. Well, that's how you keep a round going, make putts just like that. Not a gimme, but well within his range. There's a birdie to get to 3 under. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Frank, there's fairway, there's rough, and then there's mulch.
Yeah, the worst thing about the mulch is all these little chips around the ball, and that's so the ball doesn't sit up. And once again, this shot might look easy, but if you just miss it a bit, it so exaggerates the outcome.
Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Good news is, was able to retrieve the golf ball.
Yeah, on dry land, and can he carry it this time, though?
Playing his fourth shot after the third was wet. And so that ball does settle. Frank, how far?
Well, it's actually my favorite number, 14 feet.
Why 14?
It's my birthday.
It's a bogey bid now for Fowler. Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
He has a 12-footer here. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the 7th hole seems to have shaken his confidence. Just a little tap in here. Take no pleasure in saying it, but it's a fact. It's a double bogey. Now at the long par 5 11th. They call it eternity with good reason. It is 617 yards. Frank, what's the game plan here?
Hit it as long as you can, hopefully only a couple of times, and you can get fairly close to this green, little pitch up there. But even if you go for this green or try and get close, that's when you start to notice the water that comes in on the left side. So you can't just bash away. Might only be a couple of bunkers in play off the tee, but they have to be avoided.
Nothing wrong with that one. How about 300 yards and in the fairway? That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Good lie in the fairway, but a good chance to make something happen here. This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected in his mood today.
Yeah, it just looks too easy. Swinging the club beautifully. Ball's going exactly where he wants it to. He's not trying to take too many risks. So consequently, he's getting birdie opportunity after birdie opportunity. Oh, and it gets a good kick. It's only in the first cut.
Not too
That's
bad.
not too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane. All right, Frank, time to play a little pitch and putt right now. Good chance with a good shot here to make a 4.
Yeah, holes like this is where small ball can beat big ball.
Early part of this second 9 with a good approach shot. And now, pretty good chance for birdie. Just in the first cut of rough, not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Spieth trying to light the fuse. This one's for birdie. Beautiful stroke right there. Finds the bottom of the cup with ease. So just a formality here. Did the job right there. Frank, now another clever, small par 4, only 363 yards here at the 12th.
A couple of different options here, Rich. You can lay it up just short of where that nose of the bunker starts to poke out on the right side of the fairway. Then you're going to be left with something in the sort of 140, 150 yard mark to the flag. Or if you want to get a little sort of greedy, you start to sneak it up there where it gets narrow. It's shorter, but requires a better shot.
Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. He'll need to be strong with this. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. And it makes the green in regulation. So yet another short iron shot into a par 4 here at the 12th. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Sinks it.
Unbelievable. This is an awkward length.
Good score going. Now at 2 under par. Now at the par 3 13th, and Frank, in some ways, this is vintage Pete Dye, isn't it?
It is. His use of wooden bulkheads, plus the fact that he gives you that diminishing line. The further you go back into this green, you realize it's a larger carry. It just sort of reeks of something that's hit to the front mid-right of this green.
Pure strike, good result.
And that is close. Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Locked in on the read and the speed. Good effort and good par putt. This for Jordan Spieth's birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, what's the best way to make 3 here at this 389-yard par 4 14th?
I'm not sure, really. I know there's 2 definitive options, hitting it down the left or carrying over the bunker. And I think that's another example of Pete Dye. There's one of those holes you never really know if you've made the right play till you finish the hole.
Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. That's a bit offline in the rough. This requires a lot of speed through the ball. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Long putt here. This will require a good touch. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Frank, this is a cross-country putt. He'll have a go at it, though, for birdie. We'll see.
There's no backing down here. This is going to go up and down and all over the place, but a chance to go in.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Getting set now over the putt. Well, you can see it there. Feels very good about what he's doing. That's a nice par putt. Stays at 6 under. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Solid par 4 here. The 15th is 468 yards. Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank. Pretty good result right there, considering...
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did. Where this ball's going, there's no fairway there, only rough.
Now the approach here at 15.
See that bit where they mow? That's fairway. Try and get it in there.
Frankie's managed to hit it in the rough yet again.
Yeah, this is hard to imagine. You know, the fairways aren't that narrow today.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough.
Just too much juicy grass between the ball and the club face. It's always going to come up short out of that sort of light.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Miss hit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. That's a little bit of a head scratcher. Wasn't that hard a shot.
And it is not looking like a good lie. Well, that's what separates the good players from the great players, the ability to get it that close from that kind of lie. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Now 1 under for the round. Spieth over his bogey putt. Nudge this one home, finish it up. finally in for a double bogey. Now the par 5 16th, dog leg, and it's at 600 yards, so a little bit of an advantage to the big bomber, Frank.
Yeah, they can almost take a big chunk out of this hole by going down the left side. If you can take that bunker out of play, and that's a big hit to get past that, then all of a sudden, shortest point between two places is a straight line. You've really reduced this hole into something closer to 570 yards.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicket.
Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. Headed for the bunker? In the bunker, still with a chance for an up and down. Set for his next shot from a good position in the fairway. Well, this is the kind of strong wind that will really test a player.
This ball never even looked like it was going down the fairway, hitting way right.
Slight miss, and he'll have to deal with some of the heavy grass. Frank, this the third shot from the fairway bunker.
Yeah, good lie. And once again, just making sure you have enough loft to carry the lip in front of you, and really then focus about the target in front.
See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. He'll need to be strong with this. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Well, this one's tracking. Oh, dude, that. What a putt. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Makes the putt and moving in the right direction. 2 under par. Well, there it is. They call it Alcatraz. Just sitting out there on the water, 168 yards away, Frank.
Well, speaking of water, that water looks so peaceful, doesn't it? It'd be a shame to spoil it with a splash.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. $160 left. Good swing, good shot yet again. Well, this would put a charge into the gallery. Birdie try for Ricky Fowler. -3 now for the round. This is for his birdie. Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. Well, Frank, hopefully the player has arrived here at 18 in a pretty good frame of mind. If not, you have to be thinking, oh, here we go again, water left. I mean, you could shoot 100 out here on this golf course if you don't have your best stuff.
Yeah, this is another example of, you're right, if you've got the bad mojo going, this is not the hole you want to be playing. Water left, bunkers right, somewhere in between though, this fairway.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. And here it is, the final approach shot of the day. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Get in the hole.
Can you believe that? It's at sneaky distance.
Beautiful touch. Nice putt. Frank, a lot to like in this performance today.
Oh, it is. There's so many positives to take out of this round. Not just the possibility to win this week, but going forward. This is great golf that you would hold up against anybody right now.